Peace, my family, and we're all back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. It's your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right and that good in our mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher natures. And cleansing. Okay. Most definitely cleansing the lows. I came right here today to read God's Holy Qur'aan, and it continues. This word will certainly help you on this good journey. So, with that being said, family, let's get started. And so, it reads, Chapter 74, The Faithful Ones. And it reads, Begin all things with the name of your source, Allah, Rahman, who is the most merciful. The faithful ones are successful. They guard their salat. They guard their private parts. They are faithful to their they will be inheritors of al-Firdaus. And it reads, Certainly the faithful ones are prosperous. These are they who are humble in their salutations of worship. And they are those who keep away from the traveling vain worlds. And these are they which do service for charity. And these are they which guard their private parts by restraining their cardinal desires and not being explorationists, except over their mates or that which their right hands. Women you take care of possess, so surely they are without blame. So who are these who seek after that? So these are those transgressors, and those who are faithful to their faiths and their covenant, and those who are guarding their salutations of worship. These are those inheritors, the inheritors, those who will inherit plantations that surrounds the palace of rulers. They will live in it eternally. And indeed, we not he. The Anunnaki created the Enocyte, the mortal human being, from and extract something taken out of clay, not the clay itself. From clay, mud, evolution. Then we not he, the Anunnaki, made not created him from sperm, life germ, in a secure isolation room in a laboratory, a place firmly fixed. So that's the end of that heading. So let's go on. The Anunnaki created of the Enocytes. The Elohim Anunnaki creation of the Enocytes. On the day of Qiyamah, you all will be raised again. The Elohim have power to send water to earth and take it away. Then we not him, or then we not I, the Elohim Anunnaki, created the semen, the life germ, through cloning by gene slices into a clot of gene of blood. So we, the Elohim Anunnaki, created the clot of congealed blood into a lump of flesh, an embryo, atom, cadmium. So we, the Elohim Anunnaki, created the lump of flesh, embryo, into bones, a rib bone. So we, the Elohim, covered the bones, the rib bones, with flesh Then we, the Elohim Anunnaki, raised him up, established another creation, Eve. So blessed is the source, Allah, the best of creators. Then surely after that creation, you Enochites mortals die. Then surely on the day of the standing, you Enochites mortals will be raised back to life. And indeed, we not he, the Elohim Anunnaki, created above you Enochites mortals 7 paths, the 7 spirits. And we, the Elohim Anunnaki, were never negligent of the creation. And we not he, the Elohim Anunnaki, sent down from the skies water, rain, with a controlled measure. So we, the Elohim Anunnaki, let it dwell in the planet, keys, hammer, earth, rivers, streams, lakes, oceans. And surely we, the Elohim Anunnaki, are capable and have the power to take it away, dry it all up. So we not he, the Elohim Anunnaki, made to grow for you all the planet, earth, with it, gardens, date palms, grapes in it, the enclosed garden of delight for you all are plenty of fruits, and you all are to eat from them, and a olive tree that was brought forth from the mountain, producing with anointing oil and a sauce for eaters, olives to eat, and olive oil to anoint. And surely you all are in the cattle. It is in instructions we not he, the Elohim Anunnaki, gave you all a drink from what is in its stomach's milk for you all. There are many benefits, and you eat beef from it, the cattle, and on it, and on the craft you are all carried. And so that's the end of that heading. So it goes on to say, the sending of the Rasul Nuak, the ruler Bob of the Hurrians, tries to denounce Noah, and it reads, indeed, we not he, the Elohim Anunnaki, sent the Rasul Noah to his kindred, the disagreeable cities of Nod and Enoch. So he, Noah, said, oh my kindred, slave the source Allah, for you don't have any Allah source other than him, not us. Will you not then tremble at the mention in question? And the ruler of those who conceal what they knew to be the facts from his kindred, the Arons, said, this Noah is nothing except a mortal in skin, just like you all. He wants to make himself superior on you all. And if the source Allah pleases, he not we, will send down angelic messengers to Elohim and Anunnaki, and we Marylands have not heard about this among our fathers, the first ones, the original 24 elders who were the Elohim, the Diner, who came to King and took wives. And surely he Noah is nothing except a mortal man. With him is a disagreeable being, a cherub, a demon, a reptilian. So be patient with him until a time. So it goes on to read, Noah asked his rab to aid him in the building of the craft under the Anunnaki's commons, the Elohim who are the ones who prove by trial. And it reads, and he said, my rab, sustainer, aid me by that which they lied about against me. So we not he, the Elohim Anunnaki, inspired him, Noah, to make the craft within our Eve's direction and our inspiration. So when our not my, the Elohim Anunnaki, command came, and the oven rolled over, so treading it, the craft from every pairs, the mates, and your family, Noah's family, and his wife, and his sons, and their mates, and the other 80 beings with them, except those whom the same proceeded on them. And don't give me the source a sermon in those who are in a state of injustice. Surely they will be drowned. So when you, Noah, have set firm and square, well established, and those who are with you on the craft, Noah and his 8-member family, and the 80 beings who went in the craft with him, or the ark with him. So tell them, all gratitude is due to him who delivered us from the kindred who are in a state of injustice. And tell them, Noah, my Rab, have descended me at a blessed place of the saints landing, and you are the best of the ones who sent down. Surely in that are verses, and surely in it we, not he, the Elohim Naki, rarely were the ones who prove by trial a test. So that's the end of that heading. So let's go on. The Anunnaki raised Eber and Shelah, the kindred after Noah, and it reads, and then we, not I, the Anunnaki, raised up from after him another generation, the news bearers, Eber's and Shelah generation. So we, not he, the Anunnaki, sent among them Hebrews, a one who was sent from amongst them, Bama and Ed, saying, you all are to slave source Allah, and you all don't have an source other than him, not us. So don't you all tremble at the mention, question, and the rulers from his kindred, those who conceal what they knew to be the facts and lied about the meaning of the end. The Jews say there is no end, and we not me, the Elohim Anunnaki, bestowed upon them the good things and life of the physical world, saying, this is except a mortal in skin like you, and he eats from which you all eat of, and he drinks from which you all drink. And if you all were to obey a mortal in skin like you all, Eber and Shalawak, then surely you will really be of the losers. Does he promise you that you will have died and you were dust and bones, and you will be brought forth again? Be gone far with what you promised. And if it is except our lives of the physical world, we die and we live, and we will not be with those who will be raised back into life from dead. And if he, Shalawak, is except a mortal man who invented a lie on the source Allah, and we be the kindred who are not ones with faith for him, Shalawak, and he, Shalawak, said, my Rab aid me of that which they have lied about against me. So it goes on to read, the Elohim destroyed Shalawak kindred, the Hadayah given to the generation, and the sending of Moshe and Aaron to Pharaoh. So it reads, and he said, in a little they will be regretting. So the blast overtook them, Bumwood, with a fact beyond any doubt. So we not he, the Elohim Naki, made them like the dark stubble, so away with the kindred of Bumwood, who is in a state of injustice. And then we not he, the Elohim Naki, raised up from after them other generations. Did this not pass from a nation is appointed term, and they do not deny? And then we not I, the Elohim Naki, sent are not my Rasul, one sent, one after the other. Whomever came to a nation, it's one sent. They denied him, lied about him. So we, the Elohim Naki, caused some of them to follow others, and we, the Elohim and Anunnaki, made for them tails. So away with a kindred who does not have faith. And then we not he, the Elohim Anunnaki, sent Musa and his brother Aaron with are not mine and Anunnaki's verses, a clear authoritative power as an Elohim to Pharaoh, Ramesses II, and his rulers. So they became big-chested, pouncing with pride, and they were a kindred who were the Most High of Elohim, also as a Netaru. So they said, shall we have faith for two mortals in skin, Musa and Aaron, like us, and their kindred, Israelites and Jacobites are slaves for us. The Mizrahites, Egyptians questioned. So the Mizrahites, denied both of them. So they were from the ones who were destroyed. So that's the end of that heading. So it goes on to say, Musa is given the Torah to lead the Jacobites into commerce. Tammuz and his mother are a sign. Rasul told to eat that which is or which are agreeable. And it reads, and indeed we not heed. Elinaki gave the scripture to Musa, the Torah, so perhaps the Israelites would be led into commerce. And we not heed. Elinaki made son Yashua, symbolic of Horus, Tammuz, and his mother Miriam, symbolic of Isis, a star, as a sign. The way he was born by an Elohim Anaki, and we, the Elohim, gave him refuge to a high place, Egypt, where there was security from Herod, son of Agapatho of Adamah, who wanted to kill the child, and running water, the Nile River. O you, Rasul, one sent, you are to eat from the agreeable things and work, perfecting yourselves, and surely I have knowledge of that which you all do. And that's the end of that heading. So let's go on. Tremble and fear your Rab. Elohim don't burden a person except for its own responsibility. And it reads, and surely this is your nation, one nation, and I am your Rab, sustainer. So tremble at my mentioning. So they have broken their command between them into saints. Each party of that which they have in their presence is happy. So scatter them in their hardship until a time. Hasn't you all calculated that surely we not he, the Elohim Naki, have extended to them, Christians, the right to have wealth and sons, and we not I, the Elohim Naki, quicken for them in agreeable things. In fact, they don't perceive. Surely those who are dreadful from the fear of their Rab sustainer, and those who are faithful with the verses of their Rab, and those who do not associate partners with their sustainer who is Rab, and those who give that which they give in their hearts are smitten with fear because they are returning to their Rab. These are they who quicken in the good things, and they are proceeding to them. And we not he, the Elohim Naki, don't burden a person except of our responsibility to perform. And in our presence is a scripture which use words clearly with the fact beyond any doubt, and they will not be treated unjustly. In fact, their hearts are in hardship from this, and from them are works from besides that which they are doing, until when we not he, the Elohim Naki, took their enjoyment of the goodness or of the good things of this life with the pain, and when they supplicated, and don't you all supplicate this day, surely you all will not be aided by us not me, the Elohim and Anaki. So it goes on to read, Allah's signs were recited to the Meccans. They say Muhammad is being used by jinn. If the Elohim remove the harm of the unfaithful ones, they persist. So it reads, and surely my verses, scriptures were recited on you all, Meccans, Enosites, mortals, but all you did was turn away on your heels and turn your backs to it. You are big-chested, pouncing with pride with it in the Qur'aan. You'll converse in shadow hour, raving in shadow hour, and did they not direct the sayings, or has there come to them that which did not come to their fathers of the first ones, or they did not know their one sent, so they rejected him? Question, or they, the Meccans, say that he, Muhammad, being used by a disagreeable cherub demon. In fact, he, Muhammad, came to them, the Meccans, with the facts beyond any doubt, the Qur'an, and most of them hate the facts of the Qur'an. And if the facts beyond any doubt would follow their corrupt desires, loves, then the skies and the planet Earth, whomever is in them, would be in the mischief. And in fact, we not he, the Anunnaki, brought them by the way of their reminder, the scripture, but they turned away about from their reminder. Or you, Muhammad, ask them of a tribute. So the tribute of your wrath sustainer is good, and he, not we, is good of the providers. And surely you, Muhammad, cause them to the narrow path of those who stand up straight. And surely those who don't have faith by the way of the end, they will be ones who turned aside from the narrow path. And if we not he, the Anunnaki, have showed yielding mercy on them, and we Anunnaki remove them of the harm, they persist in their rebelliousness, blind and wandering astray. Indeed, we not he, the Anunnaki, took them with pain, so they don't submit to their Rab, who is sustainer, and they don't humble themselves, until when we not he, the Anunnaki, opened on them a door gate of a more forceful pain. And when they are one to rebel in it, and he not we, is who raised for you the inner hearing and inner sighting and inner heart light, or little is what you give thanks for. Little is what you give thanks for. And he, Yahshua, is he who scattered you all in the planet key earth, Yahweh, from Babel with different tongue, and to him not us, you will be assembled. Alright now, so let's go on. The source gives life and takes life away. They, the Meccans, say that this is except the fables of the Elohim Dynir. The Allah has not taken a wad, and Allah is the knower of the unseen. And it reads, and he not we, is he who gives life and takes life away, and for him not us, is the diversity of the shadow hour period and the daytime. So don't you all comprehend question? In fact, they said like of that which the ancient ones said. They, the Meccans, say, when we die we were dust and bones, and surely then are we to be raised back into life from the dead question. Indeed, we and our forefathers, we were promised this from before Adam's time, that which is except babbles of the ancient ones, the Elohim Dynir, the 24 elders. Say, to whom is the planet key earth, and who are in it, if you have knowledge? And they will say to the source Allah, say, don't you all remember? Say, who is the Rab, sustainer of the 7 Samuel skies, and the Rab, and the supreme, the throne question? They will say to him not us. Say, don't you all tremble at the mention question? Say, who with his not our hands is the rulership of the things, and he not we defends, and there is no defense upon him not us, if you have knowledge. And they will say to him, say, so are you all bewitched? Question. In fact, we not he, the Anunnaki, came to him with the fact beyond any doubt, and surely they were verily liars. The source Allah did not take a large sign by blood, and there was not with him not us, from a Allah source. Then all the other Allah sources would have taken away from that which he created, and some of them will be higher, exalted over others. Glory be to the source Allah, that which they ascribe, the knower, the unseen, and that which is watched. So he's not we, that which they associated partners with. Tell them, my Rab, who is sustainer, if you make me see. One moment. Knower, the unseen, and that which is watched, and he not we, most exalted higher of that which they associate partners with. Tell them, My Rab who is sustainer, if you make me see that which they are promised, my Rab, so don't make me and the kindred who are in a state of injustice. So it goes on to read. Muhammad seeks protection in his Rab from the cherub. The trumpet will be blown by the Elohim Raphael. On the day there will be no family ties. And it reads, and surely we not I, the Elohim Naki, are able, full of power to make you see that which we and Anaki promised them. Push the evil with that which is best, for we not he, the Elohim, learned that which they described. And Muhammad tell them, my Rab sustainer, I seek protection with you from the slanderers, whisperers, the physical reptilians, the disagreeable beings, the cherubs. And I seek protection by my Rab, master, that they come to me until when the death has come and overtakes one of them. And he said, my sustainer, return me, that perhaps I work to private myself, and that which I left behind by no means is a word which he speaks, and from behind them is a perdition to the day they will be raised back to life from dead. And so when the trumpet is blown by the Elohim and Anaki Raphael, so there will be no relationship, family ties between them, between them that day, and they will not ask about each other. So those who make his scale of righteousness deed heavy, so these are they, the prosperous ones. So it goes on to read, Jahannam is for the concealers of the facts. Those who have patience are the achievers. The Enosites immortals think that they were created without a purpose. So it goes on to read, and those who make his scale of righteousness deeds light, so these are those who will lose their spirits in Jahannam, purgatory, a hell for the concealers of the facts eternally. The fire burns their faces and burns in the place faced, and they are in it, grinding and showing their teeth. Were not my verses, scriptures, recited upon you all, and all you did was lie and deny it, question. They said, our Rab, our righteousness overcome us, and we were a kindred who were astray in error. Our Rab sustainer bring us from it. So if we return to evil, so surely we will be in a state of injustice. And he said, you all will be driven in it, and don't have words with me. There was a portion from my slaves saying, our Rab sustainer who have faith, so forgive us and show your mercy on us. And you are good of the ones who show your mercy. These are other Ayanas. So you took them as a ridicule until they made you all forget my remembrance, and you were laughing at them. Surely I have rewarded them the day of which they had patience, in which they are the achievers. And he will say, how many numbers of years have you all remained in the planet Key Earth, also called Tamet, question. And they will say, we remained a day or a part of a day. So ask the ones who keep record or keep account. He will say, you all have not remained except a little while. And if you all only knew, did you think that we Nahid, created you all in sport, and that you all would not return to us? Us, not we, Elohim and Naki. Question. It goes on to read, Allah is the Most High. The source doesn't make the Kafian prosper. My Rab is the best of those who show mercy. So, the Most High, exalted, is the source Allah, the ruler. The fact, no Allah source would exist except by the way of He who created force of will, Rab, sustainer of the throne of generosity. And whomever calls with prayer the source Allah, another source, there is no proof of him with it. So when his reckoning is in the possession of his Rab, surely he not weep, doesn't make those who conceal which they need to be the facts prosper, and say, Muhammad's Rab, forgive and show yield and mercy, and you not we are good, and those who show yield and mercy, these are other Rayamon. That's a Alright, so that right there was the end of that chapter, family. Alright, so you are encouraged to check this out and read for yourself on this good journey within. As I was told on my journey to read, I'm telling you all to read, because this right here will certainly help you on this good journey, and so many other scrolls and pamphlets of peace by our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L, that is much needed on this good journey within to help you to raise your consciousness levels up and renew your history and piece it all together, right? So ultimately, this right here will certainly help you on this good journey, and it's at its best to read so you can get the whole truth and nothing but the truth, the facts, the science, everything that you need that the Most High wanted you to know. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that for now, family. Again, you are loved beyond this world, and in it, I hope you know, be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace, shalom, Hashem, divine love, family. Share that love one to another. Peace and love, and it's all